Hey everybody, John Younger, Assisted Living Locators here. Today I have 5 minutes with Dominick Frocione, who's an unusual role. He is a PPE consultant. Hi Dominick.
How you doing, John?
Excellent, excellent. I thought it was important to get you on the show just to kind of talk about PPE and tell us about what you do, Dominick.
I've spent my whole career basically in the food business, but since this pandemic started, a friend of mine that was in the plastics business, he was a thermoformer, decided to really get socially active, and he went out and created a face shield. He had actually done this a couple of years ago for one of the previous, minor outbreaks of a virus, and basically he said, "I've got this ready to go." He did it in a very early version, sent it over to Johns Hopkins and FEMA. And as the pandemic got bigger and bigger, he decided, I'm going to retool my facility and be able to make these face shields. So what he's making is basically a protective face shield like this. Very simple, easy to wear. You can put it up like a little welder's torch. It will not work without, it's good for PPE, but recommendation is still to wear a face mask on top of that. So we're seeing a lot of healthcare professionals, elderly care services, doctor's offices, dentists, anyone that's working with the public directly.
Sure.
A shield is a great alternative. We have some asthma people that can't wear face masks. They just can't wear them. So I've seen people that would say, "Hey, where can I get that shield?" And I'm wearing these out in public when I go to the store, and people are asking, "Hey, do those really work?" And I go, "Yeah, they work." I mean, Dr. Fauci has, done some recommendations on shields. Should you wear them? Should you not wear them? Should you wear them by themselves? Obviously, if doctors are wearing them when they're seeing patients, dentists are seeing them, they serve a purpose. What we're making is something that's a food-grade plastic, so it's ultra clear. It is very breathable and anti-fog, so it doesn't fog up if you're breathing on it. Like we have our glasses on, we put a mask on. My glasses fog up in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
With the shields, these are designed not to fog up. They're very comfortable, and we see these as being an alternative to masks. People that can't wear masks, it's a supplement to still protect your eyes, because you're still, even though you're wearing a mask, you're still potentially going to have droplets that could get in your eye ducts, and that's a problem just as well. We're selling some of these to school systems. There's a lot of applications. So I'm working with the face shields like this, and then I have another company that I'm working with that does thermal scanners, which is basically something about the size of an iPod. Or an iPad, and it'll take your temperature. You walk into a little picture frame that shows, an outline of a person. You step in front of it for a few seconds, and it'll scan right between the forehead and the eyebrow, and it'll give you a temperature reading, plus or minus half a degree, and it'll tell you if you pass or you fail. So it's an easy way for someone to monitor people coming in and out of their facility if they want to do that, instead of having to take a gun, as hopefully all these facilities are able to start opening up and letting the public back in.
Sure.
It's going to be something that you're going to need to deal with. You're going to have temperature monitoring, and it's going to have to be fairly accurate, and it's going to have to be consistent. So these are also coming out of a local company in Lawrence that is installing these and servicing these across the Commonwealth. Actually, she just told me she just shipped a couple units down to a couple systems in Texas. We actually saw something on the Channel 7 News this morning that New York City is putting these in the school system.
Wow. So the iPad thermal system you just mentioned, that sounds like it is going to be more convenient and also more accurate than the thermal gun kind of thing.
Yeah, the guns, they serve a purpose. Anything you're doing is helpful, but these are a little bit more accurate. They're fairly inexpensive, and a single system is probably under $2,800.
Okay.
And it's something that it takes the guesswork out of. I was in a building the other day that someone came in and said, "Oh, I got to take your temperature." I go, "That's great," and the gun didn't work.
Oh.
And they go, "Oh, you're okay. Don't worry about it."
Oh.
I was like, "Yeah, okay. You know what?" Just walk right into my sales pitch. If you have this thermal scanner, as you take the person saying, "Don't worry about it," you're all set out of the equation. You have to stand in front of it for a second. I think this is going to start showing up in airports. A lot of facilities. So my role is basically to try to help out in the PPE field, specifically with face shields and with thermal scanners.
Okay.
I have access to other things through secondary suppliers, but I'm not looking to gouge people. I would rather have them go direct to the supplier and take all the middle people out and
Sure.
save as much money as you can.
Sure. Sure. Made in the USA.
The shield part is made in the USA. The headpiece is European.
Yeah.
These are all CE certified. FDA has not certified a specific face shield yet, but we have applications submitted. So it's, for the most part, it's mostly U.S. product, but it's
Terrific. And you can
and
sell.
we're,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, and we're also in process of securing funding to put an addition on our facility that will make N99 masks domestically, and we're hoping to have that ready to go by the beginning of next year.
That's great. That's great. So really important. How do people get a hold of you to ask you questions, to place orders? What's the best way for folks to get a hold of you, Dominick?
I'm setting up a website right now. It'll be shieldmyview.com, or my direct email is dfrocione, Frocione @outlook.com.
Okay. Awesome. Dominick, thank you so much. What you're doing is a huge service for our healthcare industry, and I know I, for one, appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you guys doing everything you do for people as well, and I thank you for the time.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, John.